Yo, what's up guys, my name is AFC Adino and I got another PvP game for you guys. This time bringing out the big boy Pelicent. I'm excited. I think Pelicent can actually put in some work against this guy's team, my boy Enrique. He's actually learning really well. But I'm going to lead off with Zapdos in this game. Purely because his Cordant is such a big threat to my team. Because it's not a defensive Zapdos, it's a Roost 3 attack Zapdos. So he's not as bulky as a physical defensive Zapdos, but my Enrique decides to lead off with Slowbro. I'm just going to discharge this. He might actually consider staying in and going for the Toxic. That's something I would do sometimes, because I know Slowbro lives one discharge. But I'll go for discharge anyway. He stays in, 69, and he does end up going for the Toxic. This poison is kind of bad on my Zapdos. But yeah, it's whatever. I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Rise there, because there's no way he's going to stay in. He has the Regenerator, he has leftovers, so I'm pretty sure he will switch. So I'm clicking HPIs. It will hit both his ground types, but he actually ends up going for the Magnezone. So I get 11% off on this thing. And now that he brought in his Magnezone, I'm going to bring in my Pelicent, basically blocking the Volt Switch. I know Pelicent can live 2 Flash Cannons, unless he drops my special defense. So Pelicent is pretty safe right there. And if he does end up going for the Volt Switch, I will be able to get up my Stealth Rocks. Yeah, let's see how he plays this one. I switch out. And he does go for Volt Switch. He's most likely Scarfed as well. So he has the Hard Switch, which means I get up my Stealth Rocks there. He could potentially go into his Cordant, but his safest play is probably to go into Gliscor. Since I'm a ground type, Gliscor will be immune. And I can also not poison the Gliscor because he has the Poison Heal. So that's probably his safest play. But yeah, if he really wants to be aggressive, he could go Cordant here and get off a big hit on my team. But yeah, this Magnezone is definitely forced to switch out. So Enrique does decide to make the Gliscor play. And this could definitely be his Stealth Rocker. Could also be his Defogger. But I think Zapdos is his Defogger. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into my Scizor. Scizor can basically take any hit this Gliscor tries to throw at me. Let's go for Taunt. And I'll go for the U-turn here, as he goes for Rocks. That's fine, because now I get in my Cordant for free. And do you guys remember the damage on the Slowbro on the first turn? First discharge. I have Rocks up, so I don't have to predict the Slowbro. I can just click Crab Hammer. And even if he brings in Slowbro, Slowbro will get 2-hit KO'd after Stealth Rocks damage. Because Crab Hammer will do around 30%. So something will die if I hit my Crab Hammer. I'm curious to see what he wants to seg. If he's staying in with Gliscor, that will mean that his Stealth Rocker is gone. So if I defog the Stealth Rocks later, then he won't be able to get him up. And yeah, otherwise you have to seg something else. Maybe Garchomp can actually live it, but he decides to stay in with and goes for Earthquake, and he crits me. I crit him here as well, but my crit doesn't really matter. And his crit is kind of unfortunate for me, because now I'm in range of Aqua Jet from his own Cordant. But let's see how he will play this. He saw me go for Crab Hammer, so he could potentially bring in his Zapdos. He could also bring in his Magnezone, but those Pokemon will bait in my Pelicent. He could also go Garchomp, to be honest. But I know my Pelicent lives 2 Earthquakes. Yeah, he decides to go Magnezone. I'm actually pretty sure my opponent will go for the Flash Cannon here, since Flash Cannon does knock out my Cordant and it does hit the Pelicent. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going into Scizor. And there's no way he's clicking Hidden Power Fire here, so even if he clicks Electric Attack, I should be fine. He does end up going for the Flash Cannon, and now I'm able to get off the Defog. And since his Gliscor is gone, he won't be able to get up his rocks again. And I still have Pelicent alive, which can easily set up Stealth Rocks against the Zapdos or the Magnezone. So things are really looking good for me. He decides to go into Zapdos. That's completely fine, because now I defog, Stealth Rocks away. And now I get to bring in my Pelicent. We don't see leftovers on this thing, so this might actually be Rocky Helmet. He actually goes for a defog himself. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe he doesn't know. Or maybe he didn't see my defog. Anyway, I'm able to get up my rocks now. He could go hard into Credant. But if he does get out his Credant, I will just sack my Scizor. Because at this point my Scizor isn't that important. But he actually decides to go for Hidden Power Ice. And I'm going to go for the Shore Up now. Because if he clicks it again, then it will be a 2-hit KO. So he goes for another Hidden Power Ice, and I do end up going for Shore Up. Because I don't have leftovers on this Pelicent, I use Golber Berry so that I can deal with things like Heracross. Now he goes for Defog as I hit him with the Toxic. And that is really good for me, because now I get to spam Stealth Rocks. Goes for Hidden Power Ice again. And yeah, I should live another one so I basically heal up again. As my opponent decides to go for Slowbro. So I keep up Stealth Rocks. And I have my Pelicent healthy again. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going into Scizor. Even if he makes the double switch into Magnezone, it's fine. It's fine. But I don't want to... If I bring in Snorlax here on his Credant double switch, then I'm in a really bad position. So I basically don't want to let Credant come in. Unfortunately, he makes the Magnezone play. But like I said before, Scizor is not super important anymore because he did lose his Stealth Rocker. And Scizor's only job was to defog. So I'll just Bullet Punch, get some chip off. Goes for Hidden Power Fire. He actually doesn't knock me out. So I could have U-turned here. I know my Scizor lives one Hidden Power Fire from Phil. But I didn't think it would live from there. I should have calked that. Anyway, he's locked into Hidden Power Fire now. Unfortunately, he crit my Credant before with Gliscor. Otherwise, I could have brought it in now and got off a big hit with knockoff. But now I'm bringing in my T-Tar, and I'm actually going to go for the Pursuit. I just want the damage off on this thing. Like, I could click Crunch as well. Then he could just accept those, bring in his Guard Jump, and then I might be in trouble. By clicking Pursuit here, I guarantee some damage off on this Magnezone because he's definitely going to switch out. And that Pursuit will put him in range of Scarf Crunch later. Because I might be able to get a Crunch sweep at the end. If I weaken Guard Jump. He does end up switching, so my Pursuit does 44, really nice for me. Now Zapdos comes in. He takes the rocks damage. And I'm going to bring in my Pelicent, and my Pelicent will make it so that the Stealth Rocks will stay up. Because he can defog, but he's poisoned, so I can keep using Stealth Rocks on the Zapdos. He goes for Roost there. That's fine. See, I really want to predict another Roost. But I value Stealth Rocks. I value Stealth Rocks way more. So I'm just clicking Stealth Rocks. If he roosts again, that's fine. He's still poisoned. I basically don't want to let him defog. He does end up going for Roost. I guess that's okay. He's still poisoned and he also takes Sandstorm damage. And since he has no leftovers, he will die sooner. But now I go for Stealth Rocks as he does go for the defog, so I keep up rocks. And now I actually want to make the Earth Power play. Because I can still get up Stealth Rocks against the Magnezone if I really need to. And if he clicks Roost now, he will take a lot of damage. And all his other members will also take damage. So if he's going to switch, he will most likely switch into Slowbro. Yeah, he does go into Slowbro. completely fine. I get off the damage right there. 33 is still nice. Let's see. I could bring in Snorlax now. If he does double into Credant, I'll sack my own Credant. He goes for Toxic here. And now I'm actually pretty sure he's afraid of me setting up. So he might actually go hard into Credant. I'm going to make a really aggressive player and go into my Zapdos. Worst case scenario, he clicks Scald on my Zapdos. Okay, let's see. Okay, he does make the double switch into Credant. So Credant also takes the Stealth Rocks damage. And that's really helpful for me. And at this point, I'm just going to click Discharge. Even if he switches into Garchomp, it's okay. I still have my Garchomp in the back. I still have my Tyranitar in the back. But he does switch out. Slowbro actually comes in. The Slowbro will also take a lot of damage. Okay. What are we doing here? Let's see. I'm going into Credant here. If he slacks off, I will cover that play and then I can knock off. If he goes Garchomp, then I have my Credant against him. Oh, he actually went for the Ice Beam, so he really wanted my Zapdos gone. That's interesting. Anyway, going into Teeter. Maybe he was predicting me to go for HP Ice and wanted to knock me out there. That's fine. Now he might actually predict a Pursuit, but I have no reason to click Pursuit because I have Stealth Rocks up, I have Crunch, I have Sandstorm up. Garchomp still takes a lot of damage. Zapdos dies. Magnezone gets killed because I hit it with the Pursuit before. And we knock out the Slowbro. And if he brings in Credant now, I will sack my own Credant. And then I can basically click Heat Wave. With Zapdos. But he decides to go Garchomp now. Let's see, how do we play this? He kind of has to go for the Earthquake. Like, I could bring in my Palisand, but he still has Zapdos and Magnezone alive. But I also need Zapdos for the Credant, perhaps. Like, Palisand does live an Earthquake from here, so I'll go Palisand first, as he actually clicks Sword Stance. Okay. I think I can revenge kill this. I can revenge kill this with Tyranitar. But I don't think losing Palisand is worth it. So it's either Snorlax or Zapdos sacking Snorlax or Zapdos. But I think looking at the team, I'm going to sack Snorlax because he does have the Credant in the back as well. As he actually clicked Outrage, he's life orbed, he's locked into Outrage, and I know my Tyranitar is going to be faster. So I can just click Ice Punch. He cannot switch because he's locked into Outrage, so my Ice Punch knocks it out, as he turns out to be Rough Skin. Well, he could have dodged it actually if he was Sandfile. But that's a complete different story. Anyway, now Magnezone actually comes in. Why didn't he bring in Credant? Because Magnezone obviously dies and he knows I'm Scarfed because I outsped his Garchomp. Maybe he thinks his Magnezone is faster than Tyranitar. But this is where the Pursuit damage also came in, because now he's also in range of Ice Punch. So he should really bring in Credant and get off a big hit. But then I'll bring in my Zapdos. Now Zapdos actually comes in. So he still didn't bring in Credant. He could have saved his other two Pokemon if he brought in Credant first. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going hard into Palisand. The reason is because I would have been locked into Ice Punch against Credant. And now I can choose another move on Tyranitar if I need to. Yeah, I'll just click Earth Power. He goes for HP Ice. And I might as well just go for Shore Up. We're building a castle on the shore, guys. But yeah, Zapdos goes down. And honestly, I think I can live and knock off if he does go for knockoff. Please go for knockoff. I want to show off the Goldberry Berry. But yeah, I'm clicking Earth Power. And if he knocks me out, then I'll just revenge kill it with Zapdos. So that should definitely be the game. And if he doesn't click Aqua Jet, I might even be able to knock it out with the Tyranitar. He goes for Aqua Jet, and my Pelicent actually lives this. So Earth Power comes out, and he... Oh wow, he actually died as well. So Pelicent beasting right here. And I hope you guys did enjoy this battle. Let's build a castle together, boys. Let's build a castle. Meet me on Olivine Beach, guys. GG. Or meet me at Cinnabar Island. We're building a castle. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. And leave a comment down below. Show some love for the Pelicent. And also definitely check out my Discord server, link in the description. I have a channel in which people can request certain Pokemon for me to use. So definitely check it out. But that's it for now. Peace out. I'll see you guys in the next video.